Okay, let's talk about Descartes' rule of sign. For our very last lesson for the study guide, Descartes' rule of sign just basically says the sign changes will indicate how many real positive and how many real negative zeros there are, and it's just basic. What you want to look at is the change in the signs within the function. So let's look at here. Let's say our f of x is let's say it's x to the fifth minus 3x to the fourth plus 2x to the third plus 7x minus 8. Okay, so this is just a bunch of random numbers. However, what we wanted, what's most important is the sign changes. So here we see it changes 1, 2 doesn't change from 2, and then from here to the 7 to the 8. So 1, 2, 3. So for potential positive signs, that means we can have potentially positive zeros. We can have 3, and then you go back every 2. So 3 or 1 potential positives. So now when we go and we want to find negative, we want to find the f of the negative x. So we use the exact same ones, but this time we put in negative x in all of the x places where it is, in all where there is an x. So I'm going to put negative x in every single one. I'm running out of room, so I'm just going to put down here. And now this converts to, move this over here, this negative x to the fifth, well, that's a negative here. Whatever is to the even root stays positive, so this stays negative. And that will become a negative here. This also will become a negative, and that stays negative. And oh my goodness, if I go down here and I look and I try to find any sign changes, there is literally 0. There are like 0 sign changes. So here there are 0 possible negative zeros. Okay, so let's try one more example here using Descartes. Let's say, okay, another example, say f of x equals 2x6 minus 5x to the fifth minus 3x to the fourth plus 2x to the third, let's say plus 1. Okay, so then let's see of our changes. We have 1 change here, 1 change here. So our positive zeros, we have either 2 or possibly 0, 0. So you have 2 and then you go back 2. So you have 2 or zeros. So then to get our negative, we take f of negative x equals 2 negative x to the 6th minus 5 negative x to the 5th minus 3 negative x to the 4th plus 2 negative x cubed plus 1. So then we're going to take that to our signs. So that makes us 2 x to the 6 will stay x to the 6 because it's even. The other one will be plus 5 x to the 5th. Minus, that will stay the same. The 2 will change to a negative 2x cubed, and then the plus 1. So now let's check all the possible changes here. We have 1 change here, and we have 2 change. So our negative, we have, from our negatives, we have zeros. We have possibly 2 or 0, negative zeros. And that is how we would use Descartes' rules of signs.